Welcome back to the Man of Substance. Today, I'll be discussing how to make any woman chase you instantly. Because let's be honest, if you're always the one chasing, trying to impress her, and hoping she'll finally give you the attention you want, you're already playing the game wrong. Let me ask you something. Why do some men barely put in any effort, yet women seem obsessed with them? Why is it that the guys who act indifferent, who don't text first, who don't put a woman on a pedestal, always seem to have women running after them? Meanwhile, the men who are eager, available, and emotionally invested too soon get ignored, ghosted, or placed in the friend zone. The answer is simple. Attraction is not logical. It's psychological. And most men are playing the game completely wrong. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, texting back quickly, being nice, making time for her, but somehow she still loses interest, it's because you're too easy to get. Women don't chase what's handed to them. They chase what feels just out of reach. This is why the men who are too available, too predictable, and too eager get left behind. Women are wired to be drawn toward mystery, challenge, and high value. The moment she senses that she has you completely, the excitement fades. But when a man knows how to create uncertainty, when he positions himself as the prize instead of the pursuer, everything shifts. This isn't about manipulation, and it's definitely not about playing childish games. It's about understanding what naturally triggers desire in a woman. Because the moment you flip the dynamic, when you stop chasing and start embodying the qualities that make her want to chase you, you'll see a massive difference in how women respond to you. So, if you're tired of always putting in the effort, with little to no results, if you want to finally be the man that women pursue, stay tuned. Because today, I'm going to break down exactly how to make any woman chase you instantly. Now let's get into it. Before we start, I've created a community on Podia where I break down everything you need to know, step by step. You'll get no-nonsense practical advice that will boost your confidence and help you build stronger, more meaningful connections. And the best part? The first 20 people who join will get an exclusive discount. So don't hesitate. Click the link in the description to grab your spot. If you know someone who could use this, share it with them. 1. Stop giving her free attention. One of the biggest reasons men struggle with making women chase them is because they give away their attention for free. They hand it over like it's unlimited, without realizing that attention is a form of currency. And just like money, when something is easily available, its value drops. Most men don't understand this. They think if they text her more, like all her posts, and always make themselves available, she will appreciate them. But the truth? She won't. She'll lose interest. Why? Because women don't value what they don't have to work for. Think about luxury brands. The reason why high-end watches, cars, and designer bags are so desirable isn't just because they look good. It's because they're not easily accessible. If you could buy a Rolex for $20 on every street corner, no one would care about owning one. The same logic applies to attention in dating. If a woman knows she can have your time, energy, and focus whenever she wants without putting in any effort, she will take it for granted. This is why the men who are too available, the ones who text first every time, double text when she doesn't respond, and always drop what they're doing for her, end up being ignored. Meanwhile, the guy who barely acknowledges her, that's the one she can't stop thinking about. If you want a woman to chase you, she has to feel that your attention is valuable. She needs to know that it's not something she can just expect. It's something she has to earn. Let's say you just started talking to a woman you're interested in. Most men will bombard her with messages, always trying to keep the conversation going. They'll reply instantly, send paragraphs, and constantly check if she's online. But the man who understands attraction does the opposite. Instead of texting her nonstop, he responds on his own time. Maybe he's busy with his own life. Maybe he has other priorities. Either way, he doesn't feel the need to always be available. And what happens? She starts noticing. She starts wondering why he's not chasing her like every other guy. She starts thinking about him more. This works in person too. If you're always around, always calling, always trying to be in her space, she never gets a chance to miss you. But when you pull back, when you give her space to wonder about you, that's when she starts craving your attention. A woman won't chase you if she already has you. If you're giving her unlimited attention, she has nothing to work for. The key is to shift your mindset. Stop being too available, stop over-investing, and start making her earn your time. When you stop handing out free attention, you automatically become more valuable. And that's when she starts chasing. 2. Be willing to walk away. Most men make the mistake of thinking they need to convince a woman to like them. They chase, they overinvest, and they tolerate disrespect just to keep her around. But the men who actually get women to chase them, they have one thing in common. They are always willing to walk away. Women don't chase men who need them. They chase men who don't. When a man is willing to walk away, it signals confidence, self-respect, and emotional strength. It shows that he is not afraid of losing her, because his world doesn't revolve around her. And that is exactly what makes him so attractive. The biggest mistake men make is staying in situations where they're not valued. A woman pulls away, she takes hours to respond, she plays games, and instead of matching that energy, most men try harder. They text more, they seek reassurance, they lower their standards just to keep her attention. But here's the reality. The more you tolerate, the less she respects you. Respect is the foundation of attraction. If a woman knows you'll stick around no matter what, she won't see you as a challenge. She'll take you for granted because she knows she can treat you however she wants, and you'll still be there. But the moment she realizes you're willing to walk away, that's when everything changes. Let's say you're dating a woman, and she starts acting distant. Most men would panic. They'd send her longer messages, ask if something is wrong, and try to fix the situation. But the man who truly understands attraction does the opposite. Instead of chasing, he pulls back. Instead of seeking her approval, he focuses on himself. He is completely fine with the idea that if she's not interested, he's not going to force it. And what happens? She notices. She starts feeling the shift. She realizes that this isn't a man she can manipulate with silence or distance. This is a man who has options, a man who knows his worth. Suddenly, she starts putting in effort. She starts wondering why he isn't reacting like every other guy. She starts chasing. A woman will always test a man to see how much he values himself. If she senses weakness, she loses attraction. But if she sees strength, the strength to walk away from anything that doesn't serve him, she will fight to earn his attention. The moment you stop fearing loss, you become the man she doesn't want to lose. 3. Master the art of scarcity. Women don't chase men who are always available. They chase men who make them work for attention. When something is rare, it becomes valuable. When something is always there, it becomes forgettable. Most men make the mistake of being too easy to reach. They answer texts instantly. They always pick up calls, and they're always ready to make plans. While this might seem like the right thing to do, it actually lowers their perceived value. If a woman knows she can have your attention whenever she wants, she won't feel the need to earn it. Think about luxury brands. When an item is exclusive and hard to get, people naturally want it more. They're willing to wait, pay more, and even compete just to own it. The same applies to attraction. When a man is too available, his presence loses its appeal. But when his time and attention feel limited, they become desirable. Scarcity isn't about ignoring her or playing games. It's about having a life so full that you don't have time to be at her beck and call. A man who is truly scarce isn't just pretending to be busy. He actually is busy. He has goals, ambitions, and a purpose that come before any woman. And that's what makes him stand out. When a woman senses that a man isn't always accessible, she starts thinking about him more. She wonders what he's doing, who he's with, and why he's not chasing her like every other guy. This creates a sense of uncertainty, and uncertainty is a powerful trigger for attraction. The more she wonders about you, the more invested she becomes. The key is balance. Some men hear this advice and go to extremes. They start ignoring women completely, thinking that will make them more desirable. But that's not the point. The point is to make sure your life is your first priority. When you genuinely have things to do, when you're naturally unavailable at times, she starts feeling like your attention is special. She realizes she has to work to be part of your world. Scarcity is powerful because it shifts the dynamic. Instead of being the one who's always reaching out, always initiating, always available, you become the one she has to chase. And once she feels like she has to earn your attention, that's when she becomes obsessed. Men who understand scarcity don't beg for attention. They don't overgive. They hold back just enough to keep her craving more. And that's what makes them unforgettable. 4. Trigger. Her competitive instinct. Women are naturally competitive when it comes to men they desire. They don't want a guy just because he's available. They want a guy that other women want. The moment a woman realizes she might not be the only one trying to get your attention, something switches inside her. She starts seeing you differently. She starts putting in effort. Most men make the mistake of putting a woman on a pedestal, treating her like she's their only option. And what happens? She gets comfortable. She assumes she has you locked in. There's no urgency, no excitement, no challenge. But when she senses that other women find you attractive, when she realizes she's not the only one interested, suddenly she feels the pressure. It's basic human psychology. People assign more value to things that are in demand. If you walk into a restaurant and see a long line, your first thought is, that place must be good. The same logic applies to attraction. A woman will always be more drawn to a man when she sees other women trying to win his attention. But this doesn't mean you have to go out of your way to prove you have options. You don't need to brag about other women or try to make her jealous. That actually backfires because it makes you look insecure. Instead, you need to carry yourself like a man who is used to female attention, a man who is naturally desirable. This means having social proof. It means surrounding yourself with people, being socially active, and having a presence that commands respect. When a woman sees that other women are interested in you, even in subtle ways, she starts viewing you through a different lens. It makes her feel like she has to earn your attention, rather than just receiving it by default. A woman's competitive instinct kicks in when she feels like she has something to lose. If she knows no other woman is after you, she has no reason to fight for you. But if she even suspects that other women find you attractive, she'll work harder to secure her place. That's how you get her to chase. The key is to be the man who naturally attracts attention, not the man who begs for it. When you become that guy, women will compete for the chance to be in your life. And that's when the chase truly begins. 5. Give her emotional highs and lows. Women don't chase men who make them comfortable all the time. They chase men who make them feel something intense. If your presence is too predictable, if your conversations are always the same, if she knows exactly what to expect from you, she won't feel compelled to chase. Attraction is not built through stability alone. It's built through emotional intensity. A woman wants to feel something when she's around you. She wants excitement, tension, and even moments of uncertainty. That's what keeps her thinking about you. If your presence never challenges her emotions, if you never create any ups and downs, she'll quickly lose interest. Think about why women get addicted to drama-filled relationships. It's not because they like being hurt, it's because the emotional roller coaster keeps them engaged. One moment, they feel on top of the world. The next, they're unsure where they stand. And that contrast intensifies their emotions. The goal isn't to play games or be toxic. It's to make sure your presence isn't flatlined. For example, imagine a man who always showers a woman with compliments, always says yes to everything, and never disagrees with her. He thinks he's doing the right thing, but in reality, he's making himself forgettable. There's no emotional challenge. Now, imagine another man who teases her a little, calls her out when she's wrong, and keeps his attention slightly unpredictable. That man triggers a range of emotions in her: excitement, curiosity, even frustration at times. And that's what makes her invested. The truth is, women don't want men who are too easy to read. If she always knows exactly how you'll respond, she doesn't need to chase. She already has all the answers. But if she feels like she has to earn certain reactions from you, if she has to work for your validation, she stays emotionally engaged. Another powerful way to create emotional highs and lows is through momentary distance. Sometimes just pulling back slightly is enough to make a woman miss you. If you're constantly in her space, constantly texting, constantly available, she doesn't have a chance to wonder about you. But when you step back for a moment, when you go silent for a bit, she starts thinking, why isn't he texting me? What's he doing? That small moment of uncertainty creates an emotional shift. She suddenly starts valuing your attention more. Men who understand this don't just focus on making a woman happy, they focus on making her feel deeply. They understand that the strongest emotions come from contrast. If you're always predictable, you blend in. But if you create highs and lows, she becomes hooked on the experience of chasing you. 6. Never validate. Too soon. Most men ruin their chances with women by giving away their power too easily. They meet a woman, get excited, and before she's even done anything to earn their attention, they're already showering her with compliments, chasing her, and making it clear that she's the prize. This is where they go wrong. Men need to wake up and realize that the more they validate a woman too soon, the less she values them. It's basic human nature. People don't appreciate what comes too easily. If you give a woman non-stop attention, praise, and approval without her having to do anything, she won't feel compelled to work for it. She'll assume she already has you in the palm of her hand, and that's when she loses interest. Here's the harsh truth. Women don't chase men who are too easy. If you're always the first to text, always complimenting her, always making her feel like a goddess before she's even put in any effort, she will start taking you for granted. And once a woman knows she has your full attention, with zero effort, she stops chasing. Why? Because there's no challenge, no excitement, no mystery. Too many men think that being overly nice, giving endless compliments, and constantly reassuring a woman will make her like them more. But the reality is, desperation kills attraction. A woman doesn't want a man who needs to validate her all the time. She wants a man whose validation actually means something. So here's what you need to do. Stop giving away your approval so quickly. Make her earn it. If she looks great, don't rush to say, wow, you're so beautiful. Wait until she puts in effort for you. If she compliments you, that's when you return one back. If she invests in you, then she deserves your attention. Think about it like this. When a luxury brand releases a new product, do they beg people to buy it? No. They create exclusivity, they make people want it. That's how you should treat your validation. The less you throw it around carelessly, the more valuable it becomes. Men need to stop acting like women are doing them a favor by talking to them. Stop thinking that just because a woman is pretty, she automatically deserves your undivided attention. She doesn't. Make her prove she's worth your time. When you do this, you'll notice something interesting. Women will actually start chasing you. 7. Have a mission bigger than her. If there's one thing that separates men who are chased from men who are ignored, it's this. They put their purpose above everything else, including women. The men who get chased aren't the ones sitting around, waiting for a woman to reply to their texts. They aren't the ones dropping everything the moment she calls. They are too busy building something valuable, something that gives their life meaning. And because of that, women crave their attention. Men need to wake up and understand that women are not attracted to a man who makes her his entire world. She doesn't want a man whose biggest goal is winning her over. She wants a man who has bigger goals than just getting a girlfriend. A man with vision, ambition, and the drive to create something meaningful. That's the man she will chase, because deep down, she respects him. Here's where most men go wrong. They meet a woman they like, and suddenly, everything else stops. Their goals take a back seat. Their ambitions get put on hold. They start prioritizing her over themselves. And at first, she might enjoy the attention, but over time, she starts to lose respect. She realizes that he's no longer the strong, independent man she was attracted to in the first place. Women don't fall for men who need them. They fall for men who are already fulfilled. A man on a mission doesn't have time to obsess over a woman. He doesn't sit around waiting for her attention. His energy is focused on his work, his purpose, his growth. And this is exactly what makes a woman want to be part of his world. Think about the most respected men in history: powerful leaders, successful entrepreneurs, elite athletes. These men were never chasing women. They were too busy pursuing greatness. And because of that, women chased them. So, if you want women to chase you, stop making them your priority. Make your mission your priority. Find something that fuels you, something that pushes you forward. The more you focus on building yourself, the more attractive you become, not just to women, but to the world. The bottom line? A woman should never be the center of your universe. When you have a bigger purpose, women will naturally want to be part of your journey, and instead of you chasing her, she'll be the one chasing you. Here's the harsh reality most men don't want to accept. Women don't chase men who make them their priority. They chase men who make themselves the priority. The moment a woman realizes she's the center of your world, she starts looking for a man who isn't so easy to have. Men today have been programmed to believe that being overly available, overly nice, and constantly seeking a woman's approval will make her stay. But that's not how attraction works. A woman only values what she has to work for. If she doesn't feel the need to chase you, she won't respect you. And if she doesn't respect you, she'll leave you for a man who does. That's the brutal truth. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a situation where you gave too much, too soon, and it backfired? Or have you ever made a woman chase you by pulling back? Drop a comment below. I read every single one, and I'll be responding to as many as I can. Let's talk about it. Let's learn from each other, and let's make sure you never have to chase again. If you're looking to take a deeper dive into these concepts, join my Podia community. Link in the description. It's packed with powerful insights to help you master your masculinity in today's dating world. Stay strong, stay focused, and protect your power. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.